Conditional statement. What are conditional statements? In life, we make decisions based on circumstances. Think of an everyday decision as mundane as falling asleep. If we are tired, we go to bed. If we are hungry, we eat food. Otherwise, we make up and start our day. These if else decision can be modeled in code by creating conditional statement. A conditional statement checks a specific condition or conditions and performs a task based on these conditions. In this lesson, we will explore how programs make decisions by evaluating conditions and introduce logic into our code. We'll be covering the following concept: if, else if, and else statement, comparison operators, logical operators, truthy versus falsy values, ternary operators, and switch statement. The if statement. We often perform a task based on a condition. For example, if the weather is nice today, then we'll go outside. If the clock rings, then we'll shut it off. If we are tired, then we'll go to sleep. In programming, we can also perform a task based on a condition using an if statement. The if statement is composed of the if keyword followed by a set of parentheses, which is followed by a code block or block statement indicated by a set of curly braces. Inside the parentheses, a condition is provided that evaluates to true or false. If the condition evaluates to true, the code inside the curly braces runs or executes. If the condition evaluates to false, the block won't execute. So here is the if statement. If here there will be a condition, and if the condition is true or false, then the task will execute or not. So if the condition is true, then the task will execute. If the condition is false, then the task will not execute. So let's have a look at it in code. Let's take a variable, or let's not take a variable, and first write true, and then write console.log. This is the truth. Now, if I console log it, node conditional, then this is the truth. It is printing on our console. Now, if I say false, then you will see nothing, because if it is false, then the code block will not execute. It will only execute if it is true. Now comes the if-else statements. If we wanted to add some default behavior to the if statement, we can add an else statement to run a block of code when the condition evaluates to false. The else statement uses the else keyword following the code block of an if statement, has a code block that is wrapped by a set of curly braces. The code inside the else statement code block will execute when the if statement condition evaluates to false. Now, if it is true, do this. But what will the code do if it is false? Here, if it is false, then the code does not do anything. But we would want it to do something. So to do that, if it is false, then you also console log something and say that this is the false value, and the condition here is going to be false. So if I run it, you can see that this is the false value. If it is true, then show me this. This is the truth. And if it is false, then show me another value. This is the false value. Comparison operators. When writing conditional statements, sometimes we need to use different types of operators to compare values. These operators are called comparison operators. Here's a list of some handy comparison operators and their syntax. This is less than, this is greater than, This is less than or equal to, this is greater than or equal to, is equal to, and is not equal to. So let's have a look at them in action. Let's start with less than. Now, if I say if 15 is less than 18, then say this is the 15 is less than 18. Or you can say the left value is less than the right value. And if it is false, then you can say the left value is greater than the right value. Now, if I run it, the left value is less than the right value. So this is true. 15 is less than 18 is true. So this code block is being executed. The left value is less than the right value. Now, instead of 15, if I give 21, then is it true? Is 21 less than 18? Of course not. This is going to be false. So this code block will be executed. Let's see. The left value is greater than the right value. This makes sense. Now, greater than, if instead of 21 less than, if I write this, the left value is less than, if it is true, then we can say that the left value is greater and here it is less. Is 21 greater than 18? Yes. So this code block will be executed. We can write the left value is greater than the right value. And if I give 15 here, is 15 greater than 18? No. So this code block will be executed. The left value is less than the right value. Now, greater than, less than, or equal to. If I give 15, it is checking two conditions. The left value is less than or equal to the right value, greater than the right value. Is 15 less than 18? Yes. So this code block will be executed. The left value is less than or equal to the right value. Now, if I give 18, is 18 equal to 18? Yes. So the left value is less than or equal to right value. Now, if I give 21, is 21 less than or equal to 18? No. So this code block will be executed. The left value is greater than the right value. Now, see the opposite one, greater than or equal to. If I say the left value is greater than or equal to the right value, the left value is less than the right value. Okay. Is 21 greater than or equal to 18? Yes. So the left value is greater than or equal to the right value. Is 15 greater than or equal to 18? No. So this code block will be executed. Let's see. The left value is less than the right value. Now, equal to. Is 15 equal to 18? The left value and right value are the same. Right value are not the same. So the left and right value are not the same. But if I give 18, so the left value and right value are the same. Now, what happens? Why am I using 3 equal sign? If I give a quote, Now we can see that the 18 and 18 are the same. So let's see what happens. Note the left value and the right value are not the same. Why are not they are not the same? So let's give two equal signs. Let's see what happens. And now we can see that left value and right value are the same. So what is happening here? When we are giving three equal sign, it is saying that the left and right value are not the same. Why not? Because of the type. It is also checking the type of these two values. So what is this type of value here? This one is a number, but this one, although it looks like a number, this is a string. So when we give three equal sign, it checks the number, the value, and also the type of the values. But when you give two equal, it does not check the type of the values. It just checks the number. So the left and right value are the same. Here is not the same. So this is what the triple equal sign does and is not equal to. Now, if I say 1821 is not equal to 18, I can write the left value and right value are not the same, are the same. Now, is 21 equals to 18? No. So this code block will be executed. The left value and the right value are not the same. Now, if 18 and 18 equal, they are equal. So the left value and the right value are the same. So this is a good thing to keep in mind. This is going to change the true and false. It looks different, but it is doing the same thing. In JavaScript, there are logical operators. Working with conditional means that we will be using booleans, true or false values. In JavaScript, there are operators that work with boolean values known as logical operators. We can use logical operators to add more sophisticated logic to our conditionals. There are three logical operators: the and, the or, and the not operator, otherwise known as the bang operator. So let's take two values. Let age is equal to 18. Now, if age is equal to 18, and then what else can I do? And if let car is equal to true. So we can say that if a person's age is equals to greater than or equal to 18, greater than or equal to 18, and then another condition, if the person has car, true or false. So then we will console log this person will be allowed to drive the car, else this person, else console log this person is not eligible for a driving test, eligible for a driving test. Now if I console log it, this person is eligible for a driving test. Why? This person is definitely 18 and has a car, but if I make it false, let's see what happens. This person is definitely 18, but he does not have a car. Now this person is not eligible for a driving test. So when we use the and operator,
Both of these condition has to be true. Both of these condition has to be met. Now, OR operator. OR operator says that not both of these condition has to be true. If one of the condition is true, then that person is good to go. So let's see, instead of and then we say or. So either the person is 18 or above 18, and if he has a card or not, then the person is eligible for a driving test. This person is eligible for a driving test. Why? This person is 18. Even though this one is false, this person is eligible for a driving test. Now, if I instead of 18, I say 17, let's see what happens. This person is not eligible for a driving test because none of this condition has been met. When we use the OR operator, any one of the condition, if any one of the condition is met, then the truthy block will execute, otherwise the falsy block will execute. And we have also already seen the not operator here. Here is one thing to keep in mind about this not operator is that it will change the value. It will change the boolean value. For example, let's have a look here. Here the car's value is false. Let's see what happens. The person is not eligible for a driving test because the value is false. If it is true, then we can say that the person is eligible for a driving test. But when we use the not operator, from true, this becomes false. Now, if I write here, we can easily see that this person is not eligible for a driving test. Even though the value of the card is true, when you use this not or the bang operator, this value reverses. The Boolean value from true, it becomes false. So we can see that this person is not eligible for a driving test. Let's learn about truthy and falsy values. Sometimes you will want to check if a variable exists and you won't necessarily want it to equal to a specific value. You'll only check to see if the variable has been assigned to a value. If it is assigned, then it is a truthy, otherwise it's a false value. So which values are falsy or evaluate to false when checked as a condition? The list of the falsy values includes 0, empty string like this or that, null, which represents when there is no value at all, undefined, which represents when a declared variable lacks a value, none or not a number. So let's have a look. If we say the value age is 0 and put age here, then which block of code will run? This block of code will run because 0 is a false value. This person is not eligible for a driving test. So empty string or like, if I give an empty string, let's just say instead of car, I say this car. Which block of code will run? This block. This person is not eligible for a driving test because this is a false value. Null, which represents when there are no values at all. So instead of age equals 0, if I say age equals null, what will happen? This block of code will run because it's a false value. This person is not eligible for a driving test. Undefined. Let's say I have declared the variable but did not assign it to anything. Which block of code will run? This will be undefined. So this block of code will run because that's a false value. Now, nan or not a number. So instead of age, if I say an, not a number, which block of code will run? This person is not eligible for a driving test. So if it is not a number, then so these are the false values. And if it is 18, or if it is not 18, let's just say it is true. So this person is eligible for a driving test. Truthy value and falsy value. Ternary operator. In the spirit of using shorthand syntax, we can use a ternary operator to simplify an if-else statement. So our if statement looks like this. If a condition, if a condition, then the task will execute. If it is true, then this task will execute. If it is not, then that. But in ternary operator, this is what happens. This will be the condition, then a question mark. If the condition is true, then this code will execute. If it is false, then this code will execute. So this is the true, this is the false. Condition, question mark, the first one will going to be the truth, the second one will become the false. Let's have a look at this in code 18, and we are going to say car is true. Now if I write car, a question mark, console log, this person is eligible for a driving test, and then a colon, and say this, what will happen? Let me console comment them out, and then node, this person is eligible for a driving test. Why? Because this is a truthy value. Now if I write false, this person is not eligible for a driving test. So instead of writing all these things, we can just write like this, and it is going to give us the same result. Now we can use else if. We can add more condition to our if else with an else if statement. The else if statement allows for more than two possible outcomes. You can add as many else if statement as you would like to make more complex conditionals. So let's have a look. Let me comment this out and uncomment this part. If age is, if age equals 18, this person is eligible for a driving test. Else if, then a condition, and then this, we are going to give another condition. Age is less than 18. Age, let's just say 17. Then console log, this person will have to wait one more year for a driving test. Now if I give another else, let me copy paste this whole thing, copy, paste, and say if age is equal to 16, then this person will have to wait 2 more years for a driving test. Let's see what happens. This person is eligible for a driving test because age is 18. Now if age is 17, this person uh, age here will be like that. I made a mistake. We cannot write equal sign only. we will have to use 3 equals. So if I give the age is equal to 18, then it should be this person is eligible for a driving test. Now, if age is equal to 17, then this person will have to wait 1 more year for a driving test. Now, if it is 16, then this person will have to wait 2 more years for a driving test. And 15, there is no condition for it, so it's directly false. So it is going to say this person is not eligible for a driving test. The switch keyword. Else if statements are a great tool if we need to check multiple conditions. In programming, we often find ourselves needing to check multiple values and handling each of them differently. Imagine if we needed to check 100 different values. Having to write that many else if statements sounds like a pain. A switch statement provides an alternative syntax that is easier to read and write. The switch statement looks like this. This is the keyword switch, and then here the expression is going to be, and then curly braces here and here, then the case value. Case, a keyword, value 1. Code block executed if expression equals value 1. So if the expression equals value 1, then this code block will be executed. Whatever we write here will be executed. And break. Break means no need to check any further. Just give me what it is in this code block. Break it, no need to check any further. If it finds if the expression matches the value 2, then this code block will be executed 3, and more cases can be added. And there is a default one. If nothing of this matches, nothing matches, then this default code block will be executed. It does not match any case, and then it will break. Now let's see this in a code. We are going to turn this if-else statement or the code blocks into the switch statement. Let's see how it works. Age and card will remain the same. Now we are going to write switch the expression age and then case. If it is 18, if the age equals 18, the expression and the value, if they are the same, then I will console log this and then break. Then copy paste. It is going to be 17. The console is going to be this. It is going to be 15, 16. The console is going to be this. And default, if nothing matches, it is going to be this person is not eligible for a driving test. And then break. I'm going to comment this out and let's see what happens. This person is not eligible for a driving test. Why? Because age is 15. 15 is the default. There is no condition for it. So this person is not eligible for a driving test. Now, if I write 18, this person is eligible for a driving test. 17, this person will have to wait 1 more year for a driving test. Then I write 16, this person will have to wait 2 more years for a driving test. So this is how you write the switch statement. This concludes our chapter for conditional statements.